My parents survived from World War II and the Chinese Civil War. They fled to Hong Kong in 1949 with my eldest brother and sister. It was not easy to survive in Hong Kong with nothing but the suitcase they carried. But somehow, my parents managed not only to make Hong Kong home for them, but also their 10 children. They managed to stack bunk beds up to fit all of us in a small 3-bedroom apartment. I don't know how they did it. How you can fit 10 children with 2 small paychecks. But they even say enough to start a plastic flower factory during Hong Kong's manufacturing boom 50 years ago. And what is even more unbelievable was he was so close to all of us. No matter how busy he was, we always had dinners together. Could you fit a table for 12 in a small dining room? No way. So he ordered a round metal plate to put on the top of our dining table. Then elbows to elbows. We have dinner every night together. That's it. You can have money, houses, and land, but you can lose all in the blink of eyes. The only thing no one can take away from you is what is in your brain. So they work hard for us. Unlike most people who save for rainy days, they said. They save for brighter days. They want to see the blue sky with smile when we fly towards the next stage of our lives. The day came when my elder sister finished nursing college and flew to England. My big brother soon followed. That left only 10 of us at dinner table. A few years later, my number 2 and number 3 sisters flew out of the nest, and then there's little doubt my number 5 sister would follow their footsteps. But she got sick and died when she was only 19 years old. Although my family were not wealthy, I was spared from fear and hunger. In our small house, it was always warm. Till kidney disease took my sister's life. Now we could fit in a table for 8. However, dinner was quiet. When we took a look at her empty seat, I remember that was the time when I decided to be a doctor. Dad did not talk much about my sister after she was gone, but he was a changed man. Instead of wanting to grow his business, he wanted to spend more time with us. I saw tears in his eyes once he read my sister's letter, telling him how she held a baby after a troubled birth and how she planned to move to Canada. I didn't know if it was the tears of joy or the memory of the daughter he had lost, who never had a chance to reach for her dream. A few years later, my elder sister urged my parents to move to Canada. The memory of escaping the Red China was still vivid in my parents' mind. But decision was made when she told my dad it is a great place for young people to live in Canada. I was about to start the college in 1979. They have a long talk with me. He said he was always proud of me and know I will be great with whatever I do. He knew I have a good heart. I would be a great politician, but I am too naive. I won't survive on the political stage. And then he told me how sad he was for a father to lose a daughter, how he wishes no father needs to go through he has gone through. He said he wanted me to be a doctor. He hugged me when I told him I want to be a doctor also. He held me so long. I wonder if he tried to hide his tears. I never asked. We both felt Taiwan has the best medical education during that time. I took Taiwan College entrance examination and I was accepted into the medical school of China Medical University. They told me he was very proud, but he felt it was wrong to decide my future for me. He said I should move with them to Canada and see what it is like and then decide later. I spent the next few months in Canada. It was nice, beautiful, advanced, and comfortable. But I told my family I wanted to study in Taiwan. They and I have another long talk. He said I should take the 1-year foreign-born Chinese student preparation course in Taiwan before attending medical school. He said 1 year is long, but it may make you a better doctor one day. So I left my family and started my long journey on white coats. I was accepted into Taipei Medical University after the 1-year course. The medical school was very competitive and especially hard for foreign-born students like me. It was difficult to be separated from family for the first time. But after 7 years and countless sleepless nights, I started my 2-year internship in Chang'an Memorial Hospital. Also in Chang'an, I worked 5 years as a resident physician. I will probably stay longer, but they want me as the attending doctor in the emergency department, which I felt gave me less chance to focus on cardiology. So I accepted a job at the Zhongxiao Hospital. The Zhongxiao Hospital is part of the Taipei Municipal Hospital System. Compared with working over 100 hours a week, I finally have a more normal working schedule, but I have a hard time getting used to be free sometimes. Actually, you may not know, the more I work in the medical field, the more I feel I need to learn. You see, the more the doctor knows, the better they can help the patients. But doctors are also so busy. Few of us have the luxury to sleep enough. But a new PhD program in the Yangming University offers medical doctors such rare opportunity. It is a 4-year PhD program in medicine and pharmacology. I'll jump on the opportunity even though that means I have to work over 100 hours a week and committed every minute for the next 4 years. But after completing these 2 PhD programs, I was left with another difficult choice. I was offered a teaching faculty job at the Taipei Medical University and a director position at the Wanfeng Hospital at the cardiology department, an affiliated hospital of the university. It was a great offer, but I did not want to leave my patients. However, sharing what I learned with young doctors and medical students meant we could help more patients. So I spent the past 25 years doing what I love, armed with advanced knowledge in both medical and pharmaceutical fields. I feel patients given the choice between new hearts or death now live with normal lives with fixed hearts. Some patients who were told to have surgery was the only option to regain health, but they became better and normal after taking my new medications. I remember working with a patient whose medical file piled from floor to ceiling. Reading his file took me almost 1 day, but he refused to give up. We worked together for the next 20 years. He survived 2 coronary bypass surgeries and was admitted to the hospital 40 times. That is incredible. I saw him run every battle and live a joyful life to 100. That's rewarding because I don't just want my patients to live. I want them to live life quality. You may wonder how I balance my professional life with my personal life. Actually, I have to say it was the kind of off balance till I met the love of my life 7 years ago. I married right off medical school. It was hard to be a doctor's wife. I was always at work and never had time for her and my children, even when I was at home. We both tried hard, but the marriage lasted only for 10 years. She was quite upset. She even changed my kid's last name. No one knew about this because we happened to have the same last name. But to make sure I got the message, she changed their names from my Chen, C-H-A-N, to her Chen, C-H-E-N. It did not affect my bond with my two children. We met every weekend till they moved overseas for colleges. The bond is still strong, even after them start their own families. I think they become to understand my passion more after they have their own careers. I hope they know I never put them second, but I just have to put my patients first. They need me more. It is not hard to find doctors like me. If you walk through our clinics, you will see many doctors like me. And don't be surprised when you hear no complaints. If we want easy lives, we would never pick this profession. My morning clinic usually ends around 2 p.m. and my afternoon one usually ends in nights. I don't like skipping meals, but I have to take care of my patients. Someone once asked me, "Did you ever regret being a doctor?" I said no. Then someone else also asked me, "Do you regret being a doctor in Taiwan?" The answer is still no. I could have been a doctor in Canada, Hong Kong, or UK, but I'm happy to be who I am and do what I do. I remember my younger brother in a Canada dental school asked me, should I transfer to a medical school? I told him, go with what your heart decides. He is now a very popular dentist in Canada. Follow your heart. It's not easy. Your heart carries not just you, but also the hope of your family. You must follow your heart and your dreams. Like my big brother, who did great in school, but decided to work in a restaurant. He now has a very successful restaurant business in England and has retired now. My elder sister has a great career and changed our life when she convinced my family to move to Canada. But she has quit a job to help her husband's traditional Chinese medicine practice. My second elder sister was excited when she studied in England but decided to retire in Hong Kong. My third older sister is still in England, and my number 6, 8, and 9 siblings are still in Canada. After years in Canada, my number 7 brother moved to China a few years ago. And me, although I have been living in Taiwan most of the time, I am the dean and hold 2 weekend clinics in the Shanghai East Taiwanese Hospital of the Tongji University in China. Although I have little free time and my family is all over the world, I visit my family often. No matter where we are still the bunch sitting around a huge dinner table half a century ago. I'm a doctor. I'm proud to be a doctor, and I'm happy to be a doctor.
You're in my heart, I have no fear. You fill my life with laughs and joy. When we're apart, smiles were gone, but lights shine through when I think of you. Wish I could fly too, but I'm lost when you are not with me. Storm block the light. Oh, my love, but rainbows in the end, rainbows in the end. With you by my side, oh, my love, it's heaven here, heavenly. Ooh. Thank you for the love that made us who we are. Your sound of joy, air for life, my love. Ooh, thank you for the love. Thank you for staying around. Thank you for your trust and mend my broken heart. Without your love to fill my heart, where would I be? Life is wonderful for us to keep. Your smile warms my heart. Thank you for your love, made us who we are, deep in my heart.